Guys, DBG here, and in this video we are going to be talking about something that it's still the case, and I know it's probably not going to be fixed, and I know 2K might be trying to fix it, but like this is a new one. Like the auction house is breaking in different ways, and it's getting new every single time. So thankfully all my cards from yesterday sold. And I'm telling you guys right now, do not, and I repeat, do not put a card on the auction house for the next couple of hours that isn't a buy now. So, for example, if you're trying to get like 150, 160k for a card, just leave it. Trust me, cards will go up in price. Because just have a look at this. You go in the auction house, 3 hour 38 minutes. You go in again, 2 hours 13 minutes. You look again, 2 hours 28 minutes. You look again, 3 hours 0 minutes. Like literally every single time is a different time. But it never is it the very end. We actually got Dean Wade as one of our players there. But like, this is really weird if you're searching this way. So let's just try a specific search. Galaxy Opals, 2 hours 52 minutes. Let's see again, Galaxy Opals, 3 hours 46 minutes. Let's go again. And it's 3 hours 38 minutes. Like, what is this, 2K? What is this? It's got pink diamonds, 49 or 3 hours 0 minutes, 2 hours 12 minutes, 2 hours 51 minutes. Like, this is madness. This is absolute madness. This is madness. Okay, so let's see if we can get any filters. See if we can get any of our filters. So, see if I keep spamming this, will there be any more of them? Now there's less. So like you are literally going to be, if you're buying any cards, now there's none. If you're buying any cards, you literally are going to be like, you're going to be borderline scammed, because depending on when you literally get your auction refresh, you might be spending 30, 40k extra on a card, which is madness. It is absolute madness. Like I just can't explain. I cannot explain how this happens. Can't explain like how you can even go and find a card. So let's have a look, LeBron. 8 hours 13 minutes. Let's see the next time I search LeBron. 2 hours 51 minutes. Like, there's obviously a bunch of LeBrons finishing right now. There's obviously a bunch of LeBrons that are finishing right now. They're probably, I wouldn't be that surprised if there's a bunch of LeBrons finishing right now for around 600-700k. And people are losing hundreds of thousands of MT. That's why worst case scenario, if you put up a card that's a buyout, worst case scenario, no one buys it, and putting it up at a normal price. Like sometimes you can actually put up some cards. You can actually make profit by putting up cards for higher right now, because it all depends. Like you never know when the card's going to come in the auction house, so you never know when the auction is going to break. So you can literally put up cards for higher. You can put up cards for higher than expected, because especially if they're rare, because you just never know what's going to happen with 2K. You never know what's going to happen with this auction house. So it's just baffling. Like, it is just absolutely baffling. Like, I was trying to make a video and I noticed this. I was making one of my like top 2 guards for every price range videos, kind of like the one I did yesterday with the point guards. So now I'm gonna have to like completely rework that video and talk like a little bit more about how, talk about prices based on hypothetical prices, based on what I know they are, but also I can't really prove that they are that price because the auction house is broke. So lads, this is just another situation where I can't even explain how I feel about it. But this is happening almost every day, and it's not like it's a case of the content being too big. Like last year, the auction house broke every time there was really good content, and like I'm sorry, I don't think it's terrible content. Like, I do not, like, as much as people like to hate on the new cards we got because they're not big names, I don't think Thurman's terrible. I think that Craig Elo's really good. Like, I don't even think that Luke Ridenour is a terrible card in this game. I don't think Luke Ridenour is bad at all. But you know what? This content is 150% not enough to break the auction house by overloading servers. So for now, like, we all thought the auction house had a link with the servers. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't at all. And maybe it's just that their auction, whatever way they program the auction house another year, is broken. Do I think this is an intentional problem for 2K? I think it's a happy accident. I think it is a happy accident because I know there are definitely people in 2K that want it to be fixed, but also I know it's probably not the most urgent thing to be fixed because I think it's a happy accident. Because, for example, if someone goes and loses 900k MT on a card, all it means is that they're more likely to spend money on VC because they have less MT stocked up. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one. Like, most people think that 2K do this on purpose. That 2K ruin the auction house, that they ruin everything, that... Well, so not they ruin the auction house, that they just specifically ruin the auction house because it makes it easier for them because people have to buy packs to get cards. And I somewhat agree. I think it's a happy accident. I think the reason why there's 4 hours auction is so that instead of 1 hour auction is so that 2K make more money. There's no question about that. But I don't think 2K want to have a broken game. I don't think 2K want to have an auction house that's completely broken. But I also know for a fact that where is the VC? That if this function was broken, if I couldn't buy VC, I know I have 1,500 VC, which is because I played a few games of All-Star Team Up. But for example, if I could not buy VC, like, this isn't... What account? This isn't New Zealand account. This is a US account, isn't it? I'm almost certain I'm not on a New Zealand account. Maybe I am. But as you guys can see here, this function is going to be working perfectly fine. And you know for a fact that if that function didn't work, that 2K would do everything in their power to fix it, which makes sense because, again, at the end of the day, this is all for money. But just because we know why 2K are doing it, just because we know that it's all about money, doesn't mean that as consumers you should just lay down and stay silent on the fact that this is literally the biggest function of the game. Like, apart from physically being able to play the game, apart from physically being able to get into games, apart from the game, like, functioning, the next most important thing in the My Team game mode is the auction house. Forget about packs. The auction house is 10 times more important. And the fact is that the auction house is not even broken. It's not even broken in a normal way. It's broken in a weird way. So that it's not like it's even a reset. It just gives you a random refresh each time. Like, I think they might need to go back to the 15-minute refreshes. Like, I think they might need to go back to the 15-minute refreshes because for 2K21, because this has happened since 2K18. I don't remember happening in 18 because no one played 18, so it's kind of hard to see if that happened. But it happened in 19. It's happening in 20. Honestly, I think that if this is a problem that's going to plague 2K, bring back the 15-minute refreshes from 2K17. Like, it's the only way. Like, if that's the only way you can fix it, if that is a way to fix this problem for 2K21, bring it back. Just bring it back because this is just getting annoying. Good things from this is that because of the way refreshes are, for example, if I'm just a complete new player and I'm just going to look for a random player, I'm just going to look for Christian Leitner. Let me just look up Christian Leitner. And on one refresh, this one here, 245, you can see it for a certain price. And for example, if I get another refresh, not 215, if I can get a less refresh, a 337 refresh, for example, he might be around 28k MT or something with a previous refresh. But if I refresh here and you put him up for a little bit more, and for example, like 31,500 ends up being the cheapest on this specific refresh, someone might go and buy him. So it's really an iffy one. Like, it's really iffy sniping cards because you might not see a card for less than... You might get a card which might be 5-6k under what you think is the real price, but it could just be a fake price because of the refreshes. And you could also make a little bit of MT. I don't know how good it will be to make MT by doing that, but I think it's definitely something that's a possibility. And also, I think that in general, it's going to make some cards easier to snipe because if you keep being persistent on certain snipe filters, not as many people are going to be doing it. I don't know. I just don't know. Is this this is going to really deter snipers because they're not 100% certain of a lot of their snipes, unless they're really tedious with knowing the market. They're not really going to be getting too much from their snipes. But also at the same time, as much as people do like to say that, think that this is all like a ploy from 2K and this is all real, I think that, again, this is just a happy accident. I don't actually think that this is something that 2K will intentionally program it in. And you know what? If this is intentional, 2K are evil geniuses, but I'm almost certain it isn't. But anyway, yeah, that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drip, yeah, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I've been on the flex since flex zone. Neighborhood all in your